everybody, it's Allison. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I have a lot of gift giving ideas for the holidays. Lots of cute little things like boxes and gift bags and tags. I went a little crazy. It's kind of a long video, not terribly long, but I have a lot packed in, so I hope you will stick with me and let's have some fun. So we're going to start with these adorable little ribbon boxes. These are from Spellbinders. And this is the ribbon box die itself. Now I'm going to be using some double-sided paper from Doodlebug. This is 12 by 12 paper, and I'm going to be using the wood grain paper. And on the opposite side is the buffalo check. And this paper comes in all different kinds of colors. Now you cut this out twice. And then you just reinforce the score lines, which I'm going to do with my bone folder. And I'm not being terribly aggressive here with my bone folder. You don't need to be. Now this was my first box, and I'm going to speed through this first box. But I left it in here for a reason. I hadn't seen any instructions. I just figured it all out myself. It's really easy. And once you make one, as with anything, the next one gets easy, and then the next one is even easier. And at this point, I could probably make these in my sleep. So I wanted to leave this in here, even though I'm going really fast, just so you can see how quickly it came together, even though this is my first time. It's just very intuitive. And I know it's going fast. I promise I'll show another one at normal speed. So I am using score tape on my boxes today. And, it was just kind of a matter of figuring out where I wanted to put the tape, where it made sense to put tape. So I'm going to slow down here and show you something that I discovered. So I'm putting tape on the bottom of the box, and I'm trying to get my hand in there to press down and make sure that tape is secure, but I have short, stubby hands. So I took my tall, skinny bottle of glue and put it in there to press down, and that helped me make sure the bottom was really secure. All right, I also wanted to show you how fun it is to use this double-sided paper, because you see how you can see that buffalo check, which I think is really cute. I love this wood grain paper. All right, there are so many fun ways to secure this box with ribbon. After all, it is called a ribbon box, right? So I'm just going to show you a couple ways, but there are so many different ways you can secure this box. I'm going to show you kind of, I think, the intended idea. Now I'm going to speed through actually tying a bow, because I am the worst bow tire ever. And, I'm just going to blame whoever taught me how to tie a shoe. It's not my fault, but it has stuck with me throughout the years. And, oh my gosh, I just have so many problems tying bows on cards. All right, so here is another way that you can tie. Instead of wrapping the ribbon around the box, I'm just feeding it through the little handle, and then you could just, again, tie a little bow. I would love if somebody had a video on just tying bows on cards and boxes like this, but let's face it, it probably still wouldn't help. I would just fall into my old habits. All right, here is the second box, and I'm gonna go slower so you can see what to do. Now I've already reinforced all the score lines on both pieces. Now these two small flaps on the side of each piece, I'm going to put 1/4 inch score tape, and I'm putting it on the front of that flap. Remember, the wood grain is the front of this box. So here's the second piece, and again, score tape on the flap. Now for the tape to secure the bottom of the box, I put that on just one of the pieces on the bottom there, on the inside part of the box. Now you just line these two pieces up. And again, I'm working inside out. This is the inside part of the box. And I'm just pulling off that release tape. I have everything lined up perfectly. And you can see how those lines in the buffalo check lined up nicely as well. And now you just pull this flap over. And I didn't really line things up very well there, so I'm just doing it again. So it's just really easy. Those first two pieces go together just really easily. And now for the bottom. So you'll see I'm just pressing very lightly on that the first part of the bottom, I guess. And now I'm pulling the release tape off the second part of the bottom. And here comes my glue bottle to do the work for me. And that's the box. And again, how easy was that? And there's the buffalo check. So think of all the double-sided pattern paper you have in your stash and how cute these would be. All right, here is some Swiss dot paper from Doodlebug. Again, this is 12 by 12 cardstock. This dotted pattern paper comes in all different colors. Now I grabbed a circle from my postage edge circles set. You can grab a circle from whatever set you have. I'm going to cut a little window in my box because I want this to be like a little treat box where you see what's inside. So I'm just running that through my die cutting machine, and there's the hole. And I have this little acetate. So I don't know if you can tell. These are little scrap pieces because you know me, I don't throw anything away. And I just knew that one day I would need a small piece like this. So there you go. So I am going to use some score tape on the inside of this box, and I'm just going to put the score tape right around that little window. It doesn't have to be exact. This isn't a shaker card, so if there's spaces between that tape, nothing's going to fall out. And so there goes the acetate. So again, just quickly going through the box assembly again. And here's the bottom going together. And there we go. So this is really cute too with the dots because you have the brown with the white dots on the outside and the white with the brown dots on the inside. All right, let's decorate these boxes. This is the Oh Joyful Day Ephemera by Rosie's Studio. This is a really fun new collection that includes, I think there's a card making kit, there's paper, and maybe even a scrapbook making kit. Lots of fun stuff. But this is the ephemera pack, and I'm not usually big on ephemera, but when it's this adorable, I kind of can't resist. And it certainly makes things easy, especially when you're making a lot of gift boxes or bags. And then I saw this little mouse, and I had to use him. All right. Did you know Spellbinders has ribbon and cord and stuff like that on the website? This is all from Spellbinders. It's a huge mess, but I'm just proud of myself for remembering where I put it. So I spend most of my time looking for stuff, by the way. All right, so here's one of the ribbons. And I wrapped it around the box like I had showed you earlier. And there's my cute little mouse. Now, one of the pieces of ephemera are these berries. And because the mouse is holding berries, I thought it would be cute to add a little bit further decoration to the box. So I'm just playing around with where I want to do, where I want to tuck that. And then there's these branches. And look how cute that looks tucked in behind the bow. So I did glue the center of those branches, and now I'm coming in and just gluing those branches, and I'm being very careful not to glue the ribbon. So here is the final box, and it is so adorable. And I'll show you how I made the little happy holiday tags later in the video. And now we're going to decorate this box. So here's this cute little fox that's holding an envelope, but I want him to be holding a cupcake. Why not, right? How cute is that? All right, these are the essential tags. This is a new tag set from Spellbinders. And on the right, we have the Season of Wonder sentiments. This is a new stamp set from Stampendous. These are really great inside sentiments for your cards, but I think they're also great for tags. Now, this piece right here, you can see the die above my fingers. I think that's for the larger tag, but I'm going to make this work for this smallest tag. So I'm just folding it in half, and because my tag is white, I'm just trying to dress it up a little bit. So I'm just kind of folding it over, and I'll use this little die that cuts a hole to cut holes on both sides of this little piece and a hole at the top of the tag. And there we go. Adds a little bit of interest. Now there's this little piece, this little die that's part of the set. I cut this from some rose gold metallic cardstock. I think you call this little round thing a reinforcer, I think. Now this rose gold goes really well with this metallic cord. Again, this is sold on the Spellbinders site. And this is rose gold metallic cord as well. Look how fun that is. So again, I decided to dress up my tag just a little bit more. So I'm just going to run a little bead of glue at the bottom of this tag, and then I'll glue that cool metallic cord on there. And then I'll just snip off the edges. And there is the finished box. And you can see that little glimpse of the buffalo check. And I love it. All right, this is the Santa's Sippin sayings stamp set. That's a lot of S's for somebody like me to say. This is from last year, and I'm going to be using this on some of my makes today, including this cute box. That sentiment is from that set, and I used a round tag from the Assorted Tags that came out last year. All right, so here are all three boxes, and I think they're all adorable. But you know what? The more important thing is that I had a lot of fun making them. That's what it's all about, right? All right, I mentioned earlier that the Oh Joyful Day collection had lots of other goodies, including this 6x6 paper pack. This paper also comes in a 12x12 pack, so I'm just going to flip through here really quick and show you all the different designs. Some really cute paper in here. Some nutcrackers. And this one has foil. There's usually always at least one foil design in these Spellbinders packs. All right, now this is the ribbon box die. And I just wanted to show you it's just slightly too big for a 6x6 paper pack, which is why I was using that 12x12. But you know what it's not too big for? The gift bag die. So I am going to make a couple gift bags, and I will link to a video where I show you how to make these bags, but here's one that I made with that Santa paper, and it's so cute. Now, I told you before that I would show you where that Happy Holidays, the tags on the little mouse box came from, and here it is. These are the Essential Tag Accessories press plates. These are better press plates that I hot foiled with white foil. And then I used the dies from the Essential Tags set. All right, I'm going to show you one more thing. This is the Nested Tree Frame set. This is new. And these little rectangular dies with the stitching detail, I think they would be great for these sentiments in the stamp set. I think that works really well. But you could take some of the other dies and do partial die cutting for some of the smaller sentiments. You know, I love partial die cutting. Now, what about this guy? Can you partial die cut with this? Let's find out. I'm going to grab my die cutting machine. And so I want just roughly about that size because I want to decorate the front of one of my little gift bags with this. So I'm just securing it to a white scrap of paper, and with partial die cutting, you just put your top plate over the part that you want to cut. So I'm going to run this through, and again, I only put the top plate over a very small portion of that. So here you can see the partial die cutting. Now you can see how that snaps back in place. But what I'm going to do is flip it around, and those two little holes on the side, I'm going to snap those in place. You can see with my thumbs, I'm kind of trying to move it around, and it's not moving around because I have it locked into place. I'm going to secure that back up, and again, put my plate over only the part that I want to cut. So now when I run that through, it will have cut the other side, and voila, look at this. Now there's this little piece here where things just weren't exactly lined up, but that's okay. I'm just going to snip that with a scissors. It's not terribly noticeable, but I am going to cover it up. It's in a great position for me to be able to cover that up. So there we go. How cool is that you can take a die that looks like that and make it smaller? Now here are the gift bags that I made. The hot foiled sentiments on both bags, again, come from that Essential Tag Accessories press plate set, and I hot foiled them with white foil. I also added some ephemera to each of the bags. And again, I will have a link at the end of this video to the video where I made these bags. Okay, we aren't done yet because I was going crazy making all of these bags and tags and boxes and whatever. So these are the holiday backgrounds panels press plates. These are new. You can see I foiled the snowflakes with copper hot foil, and this starburst panel I foiled with rainbow confetti hot foil. And for the plate with these wonky dots, I'm going to emboss my paper with it. Did you know that you could do that with your press plates? It's really easy. You just lay the plate face up on the platform, put the paper on top, and then cover that with the embossing mat and the adapter plate. The sandwich is the same in this little Scout machine as it is in the Platinum 6, so it's really easy. And here is the embossed panel. Pretty cool, huh? So I am just going to lay this on my smallest grip mat from Waffle Flower, and I'm going to take a brayer and some white pigment ink, and now we have what looks like snow. All right, so here are some tags I made. This sentiment comes from that Santa Sippin Sings stamp set. And I even punched a hole through the top of that nutcracker. So all these tags are kind of connected at the top. I think that's a fun little tag to attach to a present. And now this tag I ink blended because remember it was white, but hot foil resists ink. So I was able to color it. And I used gold metallic cord on all these tags, by the way. Now this cute little tree is from the nested tree frame set that I just showed you. And that sentiment is from the Season of Wonder sentiments. And I just heat emboss that with gold embossing powder. So here is just kind of a close-up shot of these little tags. And again, I just had so much fun making these. It's fun to take a day or two and make just fun little things to give to people. I love giving little gifts or little treats to people, so these kinds of things are fun for me to make. I hope you had fun watching. I know there was a lot packed into this video, but again, I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy the video, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. As always, I appreciate having you all here, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.